Hello, everyone. My name is Jason, and I'm here for a Daily Dose of Hope, day 247. Nice to meet you, and nice to see you again. So, a Daily Dose of Hope is something that I was guided to do back in February. That my guide said that the energies in our planet are going to start increasing, and as they do, everything's going to start getting wackier and wackier, and it's going to be harder to kind of walk the middle path. And so the daily dose of hope is just here to kind of like keep you centered and keep you kind of going in the right way and following the way of peace and of love and not getting too caught up with all the stories that are going around, all of the what seems like a low budget movie. Um, I was thinking it is kind of like a superhero movie, but it's also kind of a low budget. It's yeah, um, and yeah. So that's that. And so a daily dose of hope has three parts. The first part is a bit of a talk. Second part is a channeling, and the third part is a pocket of peace, which is a guided meditation. So today, I wanted to just talk or touch a little bit on the topic of UAPs because it's been in the news a lot recently. The unidentified aerial phenomena. And hey, Michael. Hello, hello. So I just wanted to kind of I'm not really paying too much attention to it because I'm more recently just really tuning into this kind of the frequency that's around that frequency of peace that is kind of being broadcast. So I'm kind of more there, but I'm seeing a lot of this stuff in the news and it's but the feeling that I get from it though is it's a lot of chatter, meaning right there's nothing there. It's a lot, and so some things were being revealed, but whenever something like this happens, it seems as if it's a setup for a story. So we're all viewing these stories, and but the thing to understand about all these different stories that are playing out around us is that we're not just bystanders. We are actively creating it with our imagination, with our power, with our creative power. Um, so right now, for example, there is this creation of this. The possibility that there is life out there, which I'm sure everyone who's watching this has already been like, yeah, that's like so 19, I don't know, 1750 or whatever. It's of course, who would, but there's still people that are still kind of clinging to the idea that no, 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 it's impossible, no, and so this is part of that, just breaking away of that kind of idea, that possibility. So, and yeah, so, but I think, the story could go in many different ways and it doesn't really matter, right? In the end, it's just a story. These are all stories that are playing out. And that's the most important thing to remember about all these stories is it's just a story. We're walking our path, no matter what happens, So if like aliens come down and they're like in the town square and it turns out that all of our leaders are aliens, whatever, we're still going to be walking the path of peace. We're still going to be like, all right, fine, but I think that my peace is very important and I'm not going to get too caught up with all this stuff. Of course, so you're here, whatever, but I've got my mission here on this planet, mission to bring peace and to bring love to this planet. And you know, that if that's not part of it, it's just another story. It's okay, great, that's wonderful. But I'm here to bring love and to bring peace. And if this is helping and bringing peace and love, then great. If it isn't, it's just, yeah, whatever. But we still have to wake up the next day. We still have to walk down these paths of peace. Um, and so I think that's like the main idea that I think I feel about all of these different things that are happening. And that's similar to this whole idea of keeping the middle path. The daily dose of hope is just don't get too caught up with all this stuff because it's stories that are trying to tantalize you. Ooh, it's so beautiful. Follow me. Come off the path a little bit. Come down to these thorny bushes. You may cut your knees a bit, but it's okay. It's gonna be exciting. And then you get there and look, wait, there's nothing here. What? What? Where am I? Ah, oh, man, I gotta get back to my middle path. So a lot of the stories are like that. In fact, most of them are. And I would say that probably 99.9999999% are because they're all illusions. And the most important idea is that our frequency is rising as a planet. We are amazing creator beings. We can create whatever we want on this world. And what are we going to create? And whatever it is that we focus on, we create. So if we're focusing on these stories that are trying to take us away from the fact that there's this amazing high frequency that's being broadcast to us all the time, and we could just kind of ride that wave now. I mean, it's just there, and it's just like they keep turning it up slowly, and it's just, wow, it's great. That's the story. So that's the 1%, I think, of the story that's real, is that the frequency of love is increasing on our planet. And as it does, a lot of things that were hidden have to be revealed, and which they are. And so, of course, so this UAP thing is just, yeah, of course. I mean, come on, who would think that there wasn't, of course, we know all this stuff already. It's just all we're doing now is they're just filling in the blanks for us. Like, oh, okay, that's how that fit in here, and this is, it's like, but it's like, okay, whatever. Once we know all this stuff, what are we gonna do with it? Are we going to fall off our path? Are we going to be able to follow the path of peace? We're going to follow our mission, to bring peace to this planet, to bring love. Are we going to try to bring light to the people around us? That's the main story. That's the story that should be like broadcast 24/7 on the news. Love has come. Love, this is. I think I kind of talked about this before. We joked about it before, but yeah, the news should be like that. And today, for the forecast, there's going to be love and an increased chance of love in the afternoon. And there might be some love falling down in the hinterlands. And just remember, so just remember that there's going to be a lot of love today. In other news, love, and love wins, always wins, and love is the only thing that exists. And yesterday, someone loved someone, and that's it. That's what the news should be, and then we can kind of focus on our path. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. So I'm going to ask my guides if they have what's their take on this? Can they, um, you know, am I on track with this, or am I off track, or what do they think? What's their take on this whole UAP thing? And yeah, so here we go. Greetings, we're Esmerelda. We're here, we're here, we're here. And yes, as this being said, that is a good word. Chatter is a wonderful word for all of the stories that are happening. There's a lot of chatter that is happening. And within the chatter, what you can do, though, if you'd like to, is you can find that there are bits of truth within the chatter. Always within the chatter, there are bits of truth. Things have to be built on the truth, otherwise they would not succeed, they would not live, they would not be. And the truth is love. And so there is a bit of love in all of these stories, and then it is built out into something completely and utterly different. And that is what we would say that this is, that is what this is. It is a process of discernment for all of you to look around you and to see what is really happening around you, and for you to actually discern in these stories. Look into the stories. What do you see in this story? What do you feel into this story? Don't use your eyes, don't use your ears. Use your inner eye, use your inner ears. How does this make you feel? What is this? What is behind this? Can you look behind it? Can you spend a few seconds in silence just looking at this instance and seeing what is really there? Because the truth is always there. You are in direct contact with the truth at all times, because you are love and you are connected with your creator. So all knowledge is yours always. All you need to do is go inside and connect with it. It's not outside. The information that you get from the outside is not where it is. The information is on the inside. All you need to do is connect and see. So consider this a grand attempt at discernment for all of you. Consider this a grand chance to learn how to discern what is real and what is not real. And to discern, we would say the most important part about discerning is discerning your emotions. When you hear these stories, being in contact with your emotions, connect with your emotions and what emotions are being brought up. That will help you to connect with the key that is behind whatever this information is, because the information is powered by emotion as well, and it is powered by emotion to create the emotions within you. It needs your emotion in order to make it happen. Are you going to make it happen the way they want it to happen? Are you going to make it happen the way that you would like it to happen? If you would like to make it the way you would like it to happen, you need to connect with your emotions and see the emotions that are being broadcast, and then rebroadcast the emotions of love and peace into these stories. It is a very simple thing. It is a very simple thing. It is something that all of you can do very, very easily. And that is what is happening, and that is what is happening. Okay. All right. So short one today. So yeah, Esmeralda is a mermaid that I've been contacting with for a while now. I think she's one of the first beings that I was connecting with. She's a mermaid from Alpha Centauri, in addition to existing in a higher dimension of this planet. So in a sense, she is an alien. So it's yeah, it's like okay. But she's a mermaid, and I thought it was funny because it's not funny, but I thought it was a synchronicity that I wrote this piece called it was a Little Mermaid. It's based on the Anderson story. It's not the Disney one. Uh, it has nothing to do with the Disney story. And the music, I wrote the music, and the music has nothing to do with the Disney music. But I thought it was very interesting because that I was never interested in the Little Mermaid or mermaids at all until I was offered this, commission to write a piece, and I asked people like, "What's the Little Mermaid? I've never seen that. I'm not really interested in mermaids." And then now it's just like I'm completely fascinated by mermaids, and I'm talking to mermaids, and so it's interesting how life changes like that. So, um, anywho, I'm gonna go into a pocket of peace. And in this pocket of peace, so pocket of peace is a guided meditation. If you'd like to join in, please join in. If you don't want to join, that's fine as well. Some people join in, like Michael will join in, usually plays his guitar. Kathy will sometimes dance. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Judy who does light language too in the background. And I think Brenda was doing light language as well, I think. And so, yeah, so you can join in however you want. But a pocket of peace is what we're doing is we're sending out positive vibrations out into the mass consciousness. And for me to do it alone, it's much, much more powerful than with you guys here just joining in. And this increases that energy. And so this daily dose of hope is just sending out energy to the whole planet. And then I guess the whole universe as well to yeah, to bring us into the place of love, into the place of peace, so that we don't get too sidetracked by all these stories, and we don't think too much about it. We just see it, oh, that's interesting, and then we just go about our day, because we have a very important mission at this moment, and that is to hold the line at this time, to hold the we are in this transition time. And I was rereading one of the old Daily Dose of Hope from June, and they were talking about this transition time and how it's so important in this time to just let it be what it needs to be, and don't try to push anything, and don't try to just let it be. This is a very kind of a difficult, well, it's a very difficult time, but it's a transition. This is not how things will be forever. It's just we're shifting. And so while things are shifting, you just got to let it be what it is, because everything's going to be kind of shifting. And it's if you start to hold on to things, then it's going to make everything more difficult for you, emotionally, physically, everything. So just let it be. It is what it is, and it will be what it is. And if you're able to let it go, they said this is a very, very important part of your spiritual process, a growth process, because there are these times in our lives and also in our spiritual lives where we just have to let things go, and just let these transitions happen. So yeah, it's a wonderful time to learn. And TT Tracy said, I was always obsessed with mermaids. Wow, great. Yeah, I am now. Wasn't before. Um, yeah. I think I talked about this a lot in Japan. In every water, every river, small stream on the ocean, there's always stairs that go all the way into the ocean and then under. And I always thought that was so funny, so interesting. you know. And I assume that the 3D explanation of it is just if someone's in the river and they need to get out, there's stairs. But it's like, yeah, right, okay. I think that's for all the mermaids. um, so anyway, I'm gonna go into a pocket of peace. So I'd like you to imagine that you are in a place that makes you feel very, very relaxed. Just go there. Good, beautiful. You're there. And then I'd like you to breathe a few times in this place. Deep breaths in, deep breath out. Breathe in peace and love, and breathe out all that stuff that you're holding on to that you don't need anymore. Good. And now I'd like you to picture that you're surrounded by this golden cocoon of unconditional love, and it just surrounds you so gently, and it's like an energetic hug. Every part of your body, feel every part of your body, your head, your nose, your neck, your shoulders, they're all being covered with unconditional love. All of the muscles in your body are starting to relax. Again, if you're driving a car, please keep your eyes open. And yeah, I would suggest probably not doing this if you're driving, but and then just let this energy go down your back, and then your front, and then to your hips, and down to your legs and to your feet, so that your whole body is just surrounded by this unconditional love. It just returns everything. Turns everything to the default setting, which is the most perfect setting, so that you are most perfect, healthy being that you could be. All pain, all sadness, all fear, all muscle aches, everything is just gone, because this is pure love and it's truth. And your body responds to the truth because it knows it. And your heart is now responding to it. Your heart is now singing along with this frequency of unconditional love. And it just starts to feel so good. So now you're emotionally just feeling so at home and so relaxed. More relaxed than you've ever felt it before. More at home than you've ever felt before. And you realize, like, wherever you are, even if you're not home, you are home. You're always home. You never lose this connection with source energy, which is what you're made of. You're made of pure love. And in this love, there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to regret. There's nothing to fear. There's only love. And it just feels so good, better than anything that you could ever imagine. All those pathways that you traveled down, all those jobs, all of those possessions, all of those relationships, all of those places where you looked for this feeling, you realize that it was never there. Maybe they just resonated a bit with the feeling inside of you, but it wasn't there. It's here. It's inside of you right now, always, wherever you are, wherever you go, no matter what you have, no matter what you don't have. You are made of this, and you don't need anything. All you need is just to remember that you are pure source energy. You are pure love. You are pure creation, and you are purely creating everything that you see in this world. You are an amazing being of light, creating a world all by yourself, and also with your brothers and sisters. What an amazing thing that you're all doing. All right, yeah. And now feel this love just starting to expand, because love wants to expand. It wants to get bigger. It wants to find out everything. It's so curious. It's so curious and so loving, and it fears nothing. So it travels outside, through the water waves, the river waves, the ocean waves, the air waves. It's just traveling out into the mass consciousness. So everyone is starting to feel it, because it's traveling at the speed of love, which is the fastest speed in the universe. The scientists don't get it yet, but they will. But it's just love, 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 love. That's what they're looking for with all their experiments, but they're not finding it, because they don't realize that it's not outside of them, it's inside. And this love is traveling all around the world now. Everyone around the world is feeling it. They're stopping what they're doing and saying, wow, I don't know what this is, but I just feel good right now. I feel like really, really good. I feel like I'm home. I feel better than I've felt in the longest time. Wow, you know what? all that hopelessness that I felt, all that sadness, all that anger, all that indecision is gone. It's just replaced with this feeling of bliss. Yeah, but not just bliss, but like it's a feeling, you know what? I got this thing. I am determined. I know what I'm doing now. And I think I figured this whole world out. It's about love, and I got this now. I'm going to go through this. And not only do I just got this, I'm going to thrive. I've mastered this place because I realized that it isn't a place, that I am the place. I am the love, and I just need to bring it here. I'm just bringing heaven down onto earth. Yeah, and it feels good to do that. And in this heaven, all fear, all sadness, all pain, all hopelessness is gone, replaced with pure bliss, pure hope. All of your wildest dreams come true because they have to, because you're love and you're creating them. Look at you, amazing beings. You're creating your own world. Look at that world that you're creating. Yeah. So you don't need any of this earthly stuff to do it. All you need to do is look inside and realize that you are creating this, how powerful you are. Now, all stories of sadness, all stories of fear, of anger are gone, replaced with stories of love. Everywhere on all the airwaves, it's all love stories. Today in the news, love, 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 love. Today in the weather, it's gonna be love, a lovely love, and even more love. And all right, so that's the forecast for today. It's gonna be love with a large 50% or 80% chance of more love. uh, TT Tracy says, here in the US, it is like a huge dark cloud has lifted. People are smiling. That's great. All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, it is that energy, that frequency is just out there. Yeah, and all we got to do is just tune into it. Just tune our little, because we're radios. We're picking up on all that stuff. So, what frequency do you want to pick up on, right? For me, I want to pick up on the love and the peace, and I just want to feel that. Just walk around, whatever's going on. Okay, so the UAPs are there, and all these things are here, and all of these things have been revealed. Okay, great. I see them as they are. I see the story. I understand that everything is love, but I still have my everyday. I still have to go through. I have to wake up. I still have to create. I still have to bring love. We still have to bring heaven onto earth. We're the ones doing it. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of us. We got to bring it. And so I think that's, yeah, today's Daily Dose of Hope. So day 247. It is November 18th, I think, November 17th here in Japan. Well, all over the world. November 17th at 8 p.m. So TT Tracy, Michael, say thanks, Jason and Esmeralda. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for joining in, TT Tracy. Thanks as always for your dedication. Yeah, thank you as well. Thanks for joining in all these times. Yeah. So this daily dose of hope, the power of it is from you guys. You guys are creating it. You guys are helping with that. So TT Tracy said that huge dark cloud is lifting. I mean, you guys are helping to do that. It's us and many other people all around the world are doing that. We're changing the world, one dark cloud at a time. So I hope you guys are hopeful, and I hopefully will see you all tomorrow. So ciao for now.